how to find a reliable, good clothing manufacturer. In today's video, I'm going to do a step-by-step guide on how to find a reliable and quality manufacturer for your clothing brand. I'm an 8-figure clothing brand entrepreneur, and this is still the strategy I use to this day to get new clothing manufacturers. Step 1, you need to find out exactly what type of manufacturer that you need. For example, if you're doing sportswear, you need to look for a sportswear manufacturer. If you're doing streetwear, you need to look for a streetwear manufacturer. This is important because different manufacturers have different machinery and they specialize in different things. So it's important to understand exactly what manufacturer you need from the start. Step 2, the first place I would look is Alibaba.com. The reason I choose Alibaba.com instead of going directly to a factory is because it keeps all your payments protected. When you're starting out, it's so important to minimize as much of the risk as you can. And Alibaba acts as the middleman between the supplier and the buyer, making sure that both parties are fully protected. It's basically a big supermarket of manufacturers and you have so much choice. Step 3, and this is a very key tip, when looking on Alibaba, make sure you look at the transaction amount. The higher the transaction, the more legit the factory is. Also, this separates the big factories from the small. This way, you know if the factory is the real deal or you're just dealing with a middleman who's just going to take their little cut on top of the cost price, and you don't want to do that. Also, just make sure to look through the profiles of all the manufacturers that you're interested in, just to make sure they've produced similar styles to what you're looking to do, so you know that they've had some sort of experience in the categories that you're looking to go into. Step 4, using the methods mentioned previously, you want to contact not just one, but several manufacturers. The reason you want to contact several manufacturers is so you can have comparisons of price, quality, shipping speed, communication, and at that point you can choose which factory you want to work with. Many people make the mistake of just messaging one factory. The reason this is really bad is because they never have any comparisons, and if things go wrong with that factory, they never have a backup plan. Step 5, and this is also very important, make sure the factory on Alibaba has a verified icon on its profile. The verified icon means that a third party has came to that factory and done all the checks, making sure everything in that factory is running how it should be and everything has been fully checked off. Right, step 6, and this is probably the most important step of them all in my opinion. If you miss this step, you're going to miss launch dates and it's going to have a huge effect on your revenue. It's crucial when working with factories to give them as much information as possible. Oftentimes, it's not the manufacturer that's the issue, it's people not giving the factories enough information to make their first and second samples. When working with new factories, you need to send them proper design tech packs. Includes this way you will avoid second and third sampling. Imagine this, you plan to launch something at the start of June for a summer collection, and you only planned in one round of samples. And because you haven't provided the factory with enough information, you now need to do second and third samples, which now will take you another 30 to 60 days. So these products could potentially now be dropping at the end of summer. And obviously people aren't going to buy these products as much at the end of summer instead of it coming at the start of June. So that's a prime example how it can affect your sales by having stuff too late from not providing enough information. Guys, let me know your thoughts on this video. It's a bit of a different kind of style, more of an educational type of video, just giving some tips on manufacturing, more in-depth tips rather than quick short ones. But yeah, the simple thing is making sure you give the factory as much information as possible so you don't do second and third round of sampling and you get it right on the first one. Step 2 is message many factories. You want to compare price, quality, just in general, you want to have many comparisons. And the third step, make sure that the factories are verified and the transactions are high on the factories, so you know that they're definitely legit and they're doing everything by the books. Let me know if you like these kind of videos, and if you want me to do this style of video and go in depth in like another area of clothing brands or e-commerce, let me know in the comments, and whatever gets the most comments, I'll do a video on that specific